Hey guys, I'm back at the British Boutique Guitar Festival and you may recognise this gentleman to my left. I'm back with Leigh from TJS Guitars and he's going to be telling me about two of his really cool T Style guitars today. So what's the first one we've got here?
We've got a Madagascan top on there. It's on a Honduras mahogany body, one piece. String through, obviously. You've got a flame roasted maple neck, P90s, House of Tone electronics, Goto tuners.
What brand are the P90s?
They are Jimmy Wallace,
okay,
which a lot of people might not know over here, but in the States they are a more boutique make, top end, really top end. Absolutely fantastic pickups the guy makes. Big man in Texas.
Okay. I think P90s in a Tele style guitar always work well because you get the fatness of the P90. It almost does that humbucker thing, but you still retain the Tele sound as well because obviously they're still single coils. So I think they're a nice pickup upgrade for most T style guitars. I think you can get away with a lot with P90s in a Tele.
Yeah, unlike most of our, it's only semi-hollow, i.e. it's only got the one F-hole. The rest of it's obviously completely solid apart from the electronics cavity.
Yeah, it's still got a good weight to it, even though it's obviously got the chain.
Yeah, obviously
it's still
because of the Honduras mahogany, which is possibly my favourite wood for a body. Arguably a little bit heavier, but then you get the nice sounds.
Yeah, that's it.
All in all, I think it's just a lovely sounding guitar.
Yeah, this is a nice one. So you told me specifically that you knew I'd like this guitar. This is your personal one, and yeah, you were right. Yeah,
I think it stands its own on its own merits. You know. Just a beautiful guitar, just lovely to play, sounds great. There isn't one thing about it that I'd alter.
So this is almost the closest to perfection you've got. And then,
yeah, I think so. I think so, yeah.
Okay, that's a strong statement, isn't it? When there's nothing you'd alter, then you know it's a good guitar. Then when you're fully happy.
I knew it was a good guitar from day one when I made it and plugged it in, and it was originally for sale.
Okay.
It was made particularly for a London show, and at the time of plugging it in, it was decided it wasn't going anywhere.
It's like that sometimes. It's the same as like buying guitars. Sometimes you play a guitar and you just know as soon as you touch it, it's
instantly.
Like, that's it. I'm keeping this one, or I'm getting this one, whatever. Everything
gelled. All the woods, everything just gelled. And so there was nothing I would change on it, you know. It isn't like you'd want to upgrade anything.
Yeah.
Or try to upgrade something. You just say to yourself, this is it, and leave it as it is. Don't touch it, you might spoil it.
That's what I was going to say then. The risk there would be you could easily say, well, I'll swap something, and then it might not be the same.
That's right.
It's like any guitar, when you sort of develop a bond with a guitar, you don't want to change anything for fear of it sort of changing how you feel about the instrument.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've had guitars that I've had refrets on and they've not felt the same afterwards.
That's right.
And then it kind of changes your relationship with that instrument.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, well, it's not what I remember it now.
No.
It doesn't feel the same.
You get to know the feel, then you know instantly whether that's the guitar for you, or you know, not to touch it anymore, not to just leave it as it is.
Is that hard as a builder though? Like as someone who builds guitars, is that need to tinker and constantly try and improve it? That is probably built into you as well.
Well, that was.
Or are you pretty good at just knowing, right? That's done.
Obviously, one never stops learning, but I think you hit on a theme that works for you, and I think I'm in that niche that, you know, we love our FOs, we love our Telecaster style, but we want to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so we've worked on that theme, but especially on the 12 string, you know. We're basically, there's not many people, but there again, there's a limited market. But there again, we're only a small one-man company, so it doesn't matter to us. We're not looking for high volume guitars. We are looking for more boutique, bespoke guitars that, but people can order if they've got something particularly in mind, then we can work with them. But we really like to make our own.
Yeah, of course.
And hopefully people will liken to that. And we've had you know, various customers that have just left it in our hands.
Yeah.
You know,
I suppose that's a great compliment for a builder, that someone just fully trusts your vision to just say, build me something.
That's right.
Build me something you know that I will like.
That's right.
And it puts like the full creative merit on you then. But that's like, as a builder, that must be quite exciting, because you're always thinking, right, what's this person really gonna?
We've had a guy recently. You know, he came round. He viewed the woods. He played one or two of the guitars we had in stock, and he said, "That's what we want. That's the top I want."
Yeah.
And he happened to choose the colour top one, and he just said, "Do it, make it."
Great.
So you know, that was it. He just left it, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because you know, we wanted to do the best we could possibly for him, obviously, which we did. And let me tell you, he's a Strat man through and through.
Right.
He loves his Stratocasters. He's got an Eric Clapton Stratocaster.
Okay.
And proud as I am, he won't put the telly down.
So you've converted him?
I've converted him. He still takes the other one along to gigs, but only purely as a backup. He just won't part with the telly.
That's how you know when someone builds a good telly, when they can convert you to playing a different guitar.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
So I like to think that's a little feather in my cap, so to speak.
Definitely.
That the guy, he just loved that Strat, and he still does. But his chief guitar is the Telecaster now. He's just been converted. He just loves it, and everything gelled on that guitar. Everything fell into place. It sounded brilliant from the offset. It was a bit of a fluke, you know, but he chose the colour top. He chose the maple, one-piece maple body, and the pickups that he's got on there. He's got a Fender Texas in the bridge. But everything about it just gelled. It's when you put some of these woods together, you know, some are better than others, and some don't gel. And if it's too bright a top to a bright body, then you won't get, you know. So you've got to mix and match a little bit. Yeah. Which we've learnt over the years, and you get to know what gels best. Top and back and whatever.
It must be nice though when it just lines up, when you just have that one build and everything just happens.
Yes, and that one did. You know, everything about it just the same as this one.
Yeah.
Everything about it, half of it I must admit by accident. You know, it just gelled, and you knew instantly that you were onto a good thing. That it was what you wanted it to be. And always, you know, prior to giving it to the customer, obviously we always run it through the amps and just make sure that we're happy. So I don't want that guitar to leave unless I'm happy with it.
Yeah, and that's an important thing.
If I'm not happy with it, then it won't be sold.
It's got your name on it at the end of the day. So
it's got to be good.
Yeah,
it's got to be good to leave, and I've got to be happy with it. And that's never happened yet, because if there was something that I wasn't happy with, then we'll change it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's got to leave with my blessing on, so to speak. You know, otherwise it don't go out.
That's good. That's good. So I think we should have a listen to this one then.
Great.
So we're starting off with the RD Amplification Dualist. It's on the clean channel at the moment, so I'm just going to play a bit and move through the 3 pickup positions. Yeah, those P90s sound great. They're really nice, like big, warm, but balanced as well.
I think it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good choice of a set. Right, now we'll have a listen to it with some gain then. Yeah, that reacts great with gain. I always love the sound of P90s anyway with a bit of drive on them, so yeah, you can't really fault that, can you? That sounds really, really good. So yeah, you were right about this. I do like it. But you've also been telling me about another guitar, which is a little bit out of my comfort zone, which is a 12 string. But I know you're a man who...
Oh, I did see you play. I did see you playing the acoustic one on the internet.
Did you?
Yeah.
When have I played? When have I played an acoustic one? I don't know.
I'm sure you did.
If anyone watching this remembers when I did that, let me know, because I can't remember that.
I'm sure you did.
You sure it wasn't Mike?
No, it wasn't Mike.
But anyway, 12 strings a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I know you do like a 12 string. So what have we got here? We'll have a listen to this one as well.
Well, again, you know, we got the Madagascar rosewood top, one-piece maple, flame maple body.
That's a lovely flame on that as well. It's very, very 3D.
Beautiful flame, yeah. It was intended for necks really, but we had a section left over.
Oh, okay.
So I decided to do something a little bit more unusual, in as much as we used the whole piece, as you can see, for making a body. So we got a solid maple body.
Right, nice. Which would work great for a 12 string because it would be quite bright and it would have a nice jangle to it.
Yeah, I was a little bit dubious because obviously the Madagascar rosewood has got a tendency to be a bit on the bright side. But I thought that might gel right because obviously it's a 12 string.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And you know, playing one myself a little bit, I like to have it a little bit on the trebly side. So, but we used the same pickup configuration that we used on the Bog Oak, which we were at the last show with.
Yeah.
Again, the pickups are the same because we know they work right. So we got the Seymour Duncan BG 1400 in the bridge, and we've also got the Fender Twisted in the neck. This combination worked very, very well with the House of Tone electronics, which we've used in the past on various models, and we particularly like those. They seem to work on most of our models particularly well. So hence we've used those again. We've got on this particular one, we've got the bird's eye as opposed to the flame. We've got the bird's eye roasted maple neck.
That's nice.
Again with the Coca-Cola fingerboard on it, and pearl dots. Goto tuners, and our own personalised headstock.
Cool, well, let's have a go at this one then.
And it's also got the Gretsch style.
Oh yes, yeah, that's a nice
which we get in from the Netherlands. Actually, there's a guy in there in the Netherlands produces those.
Okay.
So, which are a bit more unusual, and as you can see, they're flatter.
Yeah.
As opposed to the
telly knobs. The Gretsch style on there as well.
Yeah, as you can see, we use them a lot.
They are nice though because they've got that grip as well, so they're really easy especially when you're gigging. They're really easy to get to.
I like Gretsch guitars as well, so hence you know the only differential is that they've obviously got the G on there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, yeah, it works well. We've got a Goto bridge which we convert for our 12 string.
Yeah.
but this one is fully, as much as possible, apart from the centre join, is fully hollow.
Yeah, this one's very lightweight compared to the other one.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll have a listen to this. We're going through this Magma amp now, which is completely clean. So that sounds. This is a really nice. This amp is a really nice pairing with this guitar because it's a really balanced, clean sound. And I've got the EQ pretty much flat as well. So my 12-string knowledge is quite limited, so I don't have many tricks on the 12-string. Plays nice though. I just feel really weird when I play a 12-string because it's the double string under the finger that feels a little bit unusual to me. But just because I don't really play them. So I think it's just one of those things. But yeah, sounds great though. I love the sound of a 12-string.
I would have thought that an accomplished player as yourself would straight away feel at ease, I would have thought.
I've just never really experimented one.
You surprised me, really.
Yeah, I've just never really sat down with a 12-string, and I guess it's because I've never needed to own one. So I've never come across a point where I thought...
I'm not an accomplished player, so if I can play it, anybody can play it.
It's too many strings. At the risk of sounding like a bass player.
You just imagine that it's 6.
Yeah, yeah. And you can actually hear though, you said about the bright woods, like this is really like vibrant even when you're playing it unplugged.
Yeah, oh yeah, it rings on.
And you've got it strung the Rickenbacker way.
Rickenbacker way, yeah, and it's also a Rickenbacker nut.
Okay. I suppose that's easier than cutting a 12-string nut anyway.
It is, it is. But yeah, I mean that's the wider one which they use on the Tom Petty model.
Right.
As opposed to the 330, which is a lot narrower. You would. A lot of people complain on the Rickenbacker that the strings are too close together.
Right, that makes sense.
But this is the wider one which they used on the Tom Petty model, so it's a lot wider than the normal. But again,
so the string spacing feels pretty much normal.
The string spacing on this is wider than a normal Rickenbacker.
Right. Cool.
Like I say, a lot of people just hate. Although the Rickenbackers are lovely guitars, but they hate the string spacing.
Yeah.
So it's far better. This is easier to play.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, definitely one of my first sort of sit-down experiences with a 12-string, especially a 12-string Tele. So yeah, it's very nice. I like it.
Yeah, you didn't have a go on the last one, did you?
I think I played it very briefly outside, but I didn't. It didn't make it into a video, unfortunately. I think it was in the background of our video, though. So I think it was in here, but we didn't actually pick it up. But yeah, well, thank you very much for showing me these two guitars. If people want to find out more, where can they go? Where can people find you?
They can just obviously email us or contact us via the website. We're there to answer any questions. If they want to put forward any of their own ideas, we're there to perhaps, go along with their ideas or whatever and try and steer them in the right direction as to what they see or want at the end of the day.
Cool. All right. Well, I will put some links down below in the description where you can find out more about Leigh's and TJS guitars. Don't forget to check out all the other content from the brands and channels at the British Boutique Guitar Festival, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching.
You say you're all right on it to me.
That's all I can play though.
But then I wouldn't expect anything else anyway.